Good afternoon. This is JC. I'm bringing you some breaking news from Aaron Parnas from the Parnas perspective. And it says breaking Trump administration will invoke wartime authority under the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. So here's what you know. And instead of reading it, I'm going to play the I'm going to play the I'm going to record the audio. That's it. I'm going to play the audio. It's been a long day.
Breaking. Trump administration will invoke wartime authority under Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Here's what you need to know. By Aaron Parnas. This morning, CNN reported that the Trump administration is expected to invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 in an effort to accelerate mass deportations. This move, if confirmed, would mark one of the most aggressive immigration enforcement measures in modern U.S. history. As promised, all of my news will always be free, but if you do want to support my work and allow me to continue doing this work, please consider subscribing today. You will also get access to paid-only Q&As. For context, this wartime power has been invoked only 3 times in American history, including during World War I and World War II, to justify the internment and expulsion of German, Italian, and Japanese immigrants. Here's everything you need to know about this significant declaration, its implications, and the legal and historical context surrounding it. What is the Alien Enemies Act of 1798? The Alien Enemies Act is one of 4 laws passed under the Alien and Sedition Acts of 1798. It grants the U.S. President broad powers to detain, relocate, or remove foreign nationals from countries deemed hostile to the United States during wartime or declared national emergencies. Originally designed during heightened tensions with France, the act has rarely been used in modern history. It has only been used 3 times in American history and can really only be invoked when the United States is either threatened or invaded by a foreign government. Its most notable use occurred during World War II, when President Franklin D. Roosevelt used it to detain and deport nationals of Axis powers, particularly Germans, Italians, and Japanese. How would the Trump administration use the law? In short, we don't know just yet. But CNN's report suggests that the Trump administration may use the Alien Enemies Act to bypass existing immigration laws and due process protections. By invoking this law, the administration could expedite deportations without the procedural hurdles typically required under current immigration statutes. While the details remain unclear, many legal experts speculate that this move could allow federal agencies to target undocumented immigrants from specific countries by designating them as threats under national security justifications. Sidestep due process by authorizing mass removals without the usual court proceedings. Detain non-citizens without charge if they are classified as, end quote, alien enemies, end quote. We have seen the Trump administration target lawful permanent citizens like Mahmoud Khalil in recent days, and we know that the administration plans to expand its powers to target green card holders and those here on student visas. Without seeing the proclamation, it is difficult to determine the extent of what is about to happen. Legal and constitutional concerns. Immigration advocates and civil liberties groups are already sounding the alarm, arguing that invoking this centuries-old law could lead to serious constitutional violations. Key concerns include lack of due process. Deporting individuals without court hearings or legal representation would violate Fifth Amendment protections. Potential for discrimination. The law could be selectively applied to target individuals from specific national, ethnic, or religious backgrounds, raising Fifth and 14th Amendment concerns. Expanded executive power. Critics argue that invoking a law designed for wartime could set a dangerous precedent for presidential authority over immigration. If the Trump administration moves forward with this, expect swift lawsuits to follow targeting implementation of the Alien Enemies Act in court, potentially leading to a significant legal battle over executive power and immigration policy. What happens next? While the Trump administration has not yet formally invoked the Alien Enemies Act, its reported plans signal an unprecedented escalation in immigration enforcement. Legal challenges, congressional responses, and public outcry will likely shape how this situation unfolds in the coming days. For now, Get ready because this could be one of the most significant tests of immigration law in modern U.S. history. The Parnas Perspective is a reader-supported publication. To receive new posts and support my work, consider becoming a paid subscriber.
There you go. That's the end of it. And if you want to become a paid subscriber, go ahead. I'm too broke. I can't do it. I just have to get the free stuff. But there you go. Trump is trying to use an ancient law that should be taken off the books. Should have been taken off the books years ago. And he's trying to use it against aliens, immigrants, illegal aliens. So here's the thing. My thought process is, let them go ahead and do it. Ranchers in Nebraska and up in the Midwest, central Midwest, northern Midwest, are all suffering now because the illegal immigrants that they used to run their ranches have all left. And you've probably seen the post of the woman on TikTok saying that they're going to lose their ranch because the immigrants left, and within 60 days they're going to go bankrupt and lose their ranch. Well, too bad. I don't care. And if this, what this will do is backfire in his face, and if the immigrants start fleeing, that means that the ranchers, the farmers, and even the construction industry, because when I lived in Alabama, all of the people building the new homes down there were from probably some place in Latin America. I don't know if they were Mexican, Colombian, whatever, but they certainly weren't light-skinned, blue-eyed. And it's the same thing this summer. I had a new roof put on. The entire crew was Mexican and speaking Spanish. So when all these people go away and all these industries tumble down, then Trump's going to have to answer for it. So I say, let him do it. Let these industries go to hell. And then when they go to hell, they'll see why they shouldn't have voted for Trump. And maybe next time they'll have some brains and they'll vote for a decent candidate when they're sitting there on the bread line or living in a cardboard box underneath the overpass on some interstate. Then they'll know they shouldn't have voted for somebody as stupid as Trump. So this is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie, saying, fuck Donald Trump and the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. And to all my friends, family, and followers, I love you all. And I say to you, Pax Amor Jack, and keep on trucking.